If you were to ask my husband what my favorite word is, he'll probably tell you it's I'm tired. And he's not joking. I'm tired when I go to bed and I'm tired when I wake up. As a matter of fact, I'm always tired. If you live with sickle cell disease, you've probably heard this before. You just need to rest, or maybe you didn't sleep enough. But sickle cell fatigue is not normal tiredness. It is not fixed by one good nap or a weekend of rest. It is a deep, whole body exhaustion that affects your energy, your focus, your motivation, and even your emotions. For many of us living with sickle cell, fatigue is one of the most persistent and misunderstood symptoms, sometimes even harder to manage than the pain. My name is Susie Muke, and welcome to Susie Muke Sickle Cell and Health Tips. In this video, we are breaking down what sickle cell fatigue really is, why it happens, and most importantly, what actually helps manage it. So, what does sickle cell fatigue really look like? Sickle cell fatigue isn't just feeling sleepy. It's a constant lack of energy caused by how the disease affects our bodies. People with sickle cell live with chronic anemia. Our red blood cells don't live as long and don't carry oxygen efficiently. A healthy red blood cell lives about 120 days, but our red blood cells live only about 17 days. That is a huge difference. That means the brain, the muscles, and our organs are often operating with less oxygen than what they need. So even simple tasks such as getting dressed, cooking, concentrating, walking short distances can feel exhausting. Your body is working harder just to function at baseline. That is why sickle cell fatigue can feel so heavy, persistent, and unrelieved even by rest. It often gets worse after stress, illness, pain, or dehydration. Why is fatigue so common? Fatigue in sickle cell disease isn't just one thing. It is usually the result of several stressors happening in the body at the same time. Let's break down the five main reasons this happens. First, chronic anemia and oxygen delivery. Because our red blood cells break down faster, we often have chronically low hemoglobin. Hemoglobin carries oxygen. When it is low, your muscles get less fuel and your brain has to work harder to focus. It means your body is working overtime just to exist. This isn't laziness, it is physiology. Second, pain episodes and sleep. Pain crises don't just hurt in the moment, they steal your energy. Pain makes it hard to fall asleep and causes you to wake up constantly. Plus, pain releases stress hormones that drain your reserves. Even after the pain stops, your body is still recovering from that marathon. Third, poor sleep quality. Many of us sleep for hours but don't feel rested. That's because our sleep is often light or interrupted by discomfort. Without deep restorative sleep, your muscles don't repair and your immune system doesn't reset. You wake up with your battery already drained. 4. Inflammation. Sickle cell causes chronic inflammation. Think of this like running background apps on your phone all day. Even if you aren't using the phone, the battery drains faster. Inflammation silently burns your energy 24/7. 5. Mental and emotional strain. Finally, living with this disease is emotional. The anxiety about pain, the depression from chronic symptoms, the medical trauma, it all uses real physical energy. When your mind is constantly on alert, your body stays tense, leading to exhaustion. So, why does fatigue feel so heavy? When you combine low oxygen, bad sleep, inflammation, and stress, it is no wonder we feel this way. Your body is constantly repairing itself, and that is why just pushing through often makes fatigue worse, not better. Here's how other patients describe it. Does this sound familiar to you? I sleep all night and still wake up exhausted. I feel drained before my day even starts. Pain gets attention, but fatigue controls my life. This fatigue affects school, work, relationships, and self esteem. And because it is invisible, many of us feel pressured to explain it. But hear this, it is not caused by laziness or lack of discipline, it is biology. Caffeine and willpower cannot fix anemia or inflammation. So let's look at some practical ways to manage sickle cell fatigue. While there is no magic cure, there are strategies that help reduce the severity. Here is what works for me and what is medically recommended. Number one, stay consistently hydrated. Dehydration thickens your blood and increases sickling, which worsens fatigue. Small, frequent sips are key. I also drink iron rich juices like beetroot to help support hemoglobin and curb fatigue. Number two, protect your sleep. Seriously, protect your sleep. A confident routine matters. One thing that helps me is turning off my phone by 9 p.m. I also take pain medications when needed before I go to bed so that I am not waking up in agony in the middle of the night. Three, work with your medical team. Treatments that reduce anemia like disease modifying therapies can improve energy. That was a tongue twister right there. Don't suffer in silence. Tell your doctor about your fatigue levels. Four, manage pain and mental health. You cannot separate your mind from your body. Counseling, support groups, and prayer can help lower the emotional tax of this disease. Prayer for me is one of my key strategies for managing this disease, as well as having support groups and definitely counseling. Number five, pace your energy. This is a very, very important one for us. I know that as sickle cell patients, sometimes we want to push ourselves and we try to do everything at once. When I do that, boy, do I get sick. Try energy pacing. Break your task into small steps. Rest before you are completely exhausted. Six, nutrition and supplements. This one cannot be overemphasized. And if you're a sickle cell patient, you should know this by now. Always do this under medical supervision, though. But addressing deficiencies really helps. I take several supplements daily. Seriously, seriously, make sure you consult your physician to discuss what kind of supplements you should be taking. I take several supplements daily: vitamin C, vitamin D, multivitamins, just to name a few. These really boost my energy. The key is consistency though, because when I fail to take my vitamins or to drink my big juices, I can feel a huge difference in my energy levels. All right, let's move on to how to deal with this fatigue without shame. Living with sickle cell fatigue requires compassion towards yourself. Your limits are real. You don't have to be ashamed. You don't have to apologize. Your fatigue is valid. Managing it doesn't mean that you are giving up. It simply means that you're learning how to live wisely within your body's needs. If you live with sickle cell fatigue, you are not weak and you are not alone. If this video helped you feel seen, please like and share it so others can understand that our fatigue is real. Comment below what helps you manage your energy so that we can encourage each other. Thank you for watching and God bless you. See you in my next video.